my name is Sara Achury Florez, and we are going to study about the chapter number 8 about our book. Okay, so our chapter is about vocabulary, and we are going to start. And okay, we have to know that words matter. Okay, they are fundamental to successful language learning acquisition. Okay, the words can be classified in different many ways. Okay, so you can do a words list, and you can do, for example, it is an adjective, it is a noun, it is an adverb, it is a verb, and you can divide it and classify all of those words. For example, if it is a noun, you can do for example, noun, dog, verb, sit, adjective, red, adverb, nicely. Okay, another aspect that we have or we should know is about receptive and productive vocabulary. Receptive vocabulary consists about when a person can recognize but not use a word. A productive vocabulary consists when the person can do both recognize and use. There are eight or some important elements about comprehensive knowledge of a word. So we are going to know about them. The first one is meaning, the next one written form, spoken form, grammatical behavior, collocations, register, associations, and frequencies. In some cases, teachers teach English for specific or special reasons, purposes. So, for example, teachers can teach English for science or medicine. So, it is important that if the teacher is teaching whatever the topic, the teacher has to explain or to teach the vocabulary that it contains about the subject concerned. We are going to see another thing. The most useful vocabulary that every English language learner needs to know for listening, speaking, writing, in formal or informal situation is the most frequent 1,000 word families in English. The vocabulary is so useful that covers around 75% of the written word in academic text and newspaper, over 80% of the written words in novels, and about 85% of the written words in conversations. There are three important vocabulary strategies: classifying, using a dictionary, and practicing words in context. Learners will need to go on acquiring new vocabulary long after they have left the classroom. English is a vocabulary-rich language. Another aspect is repetition. Repetition is important for vocabulary learning. Learners need between 10 and 20 repetitions of a word. Also important is spacing. It will be useful if you devote 4 classes in 15 minutes to the class to learn some words, than 1 hour and learn those words on a single day. It is not only the number of times that one encounters a word that is important to learn, but also the spacing between the repetitions. Explained. Collocation. Collocation means several lexical chains run through the conversations. For example, in a conversation, what is the collocation? So, week, weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It means days of the week. Garden, gardening, gardening. It talks about gardens. Plants, planting, plants, roses, camellia, azalea. It talks about plants and roses. Fruit, tree, peach tree, orange tree. It talks about fruits, trees. Skill is also important. If you are teaching a spoken language, written language, grammar, or vocabulary, all of that is different. But if you are teaching something special, you have or you should to take a look of a list about it. For example, if you are teaching a spoken language, you have to take a look at a word list based on spoken language. There are so many websites to search about word lists about whatever skill. Sight words are those that can be sounded out phonetically but have to be memorized by sight. About 70% of the common words are sight words. A word like big can be sounded out, but a word like could has to be learned by heart. To put on practice all of these aspects we already studied, use the websites to take a look of word lists. It is a good way to learn English. Now we are going to do a short summary about all of that we studied already, okay? So the first step is receptive vocabulary, productive vocabulary, using a dictionary, repetition, spacing, and word size. These aspects are the most important and the keys about all we already studied. So, receptive vocabulary, remember all of this. Receptive vocabulary, recognize but not use. Productive vocabulary can do both, recognize and use. Using a dictionary, it is an important element to use. Repetition, important for vocabulary learning. Spacing, it is important to memorize a good vocabulary. Websites, a good material, you can find so many word lists you can put on practice. And finally, a workbook is this one. Teaching English to speakers of other languages, David Nuna.